Hi, in this video, we're going to create a subdomain. Now, a subdomain will allow us to expand the usability of our main domain. For example, we're going to have a blog right here on our main domain. Cool, no problem. Now then, that's it. No more blogs on that main domain. But with a subdomain, you can have another blog installed on that subdomain. Now, a subdomain is one that would come right here at the beginning. For example, we're going to make a subdomain called videos. It would be videos, the URL would be http://videos dot tweetvideotutorials.com, and within that subdomain we can have a new blog, and for every subdomain that you create you can have a new blog installed on that subdomain. Depending upon your web hosting service, a lot of them nowadays allow you an unlimited number of subdomains. So with that thought in mind, you can have an unlimited number of blogs, all with the use of the one main domain. How cool is that? The other side of this coin, you can also have subdirectories, because some hosting services will limit you on the number of subdomains, in which case you can do the same thing by creating a subdirectory. A directory, just a different name for a folder if you ask me. Now, a subdirectory, using the same video as an example, would be at the end of the .com. It would be http:// tweetvideotutorials.com/videos. That would be the same ability to have an additional blog installed on that particular directory or subdirectory. I'm not going to get into the argument of SEO benefits behind a subdomain versus subdirectory. I'll leave that up to you and others that are more smarter on that area than I am. But just to point out the fact that on this particular hosting service, I have 0 subdomains installed, but I have an infinity or an unlimited number of subdomains I can have. So my little brain figures that means I can have as many different blogs as I want on this one domain. Of course, each will have their own individual address and will have their own individual directory through an FTP client, which I'll show you here in a second. So let's go ahead and create our subdomain. Come on down here, wherever you've got your domains area located at, left click on subdomains. That'll bring you to this page here, and I'm going to create a subdomain titled your, and the address to our blog that we install in here will be your.tweetvideotutorials.com, and that'll take us to that new blog. And of course, this is in addition to the blog that we would have on tweetvideotutorials.com. Now, as soon as you click anywhere on here, Cpanel is going to automatically create your path, or the document route, to where you would install all of your files, images, blogs. Maybe you've got an OS ticket help center you want to put in here as well. This is your directory now for anything and everything associated with this subdomain. Just want to point out too that you can in fact change this. I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes, because you can in fact change this for whatever reason you would want, and the URL would still remain your.tweetvideotutorials.com. This is what you would look for as far as installing things on your FTP client, in the file manager within your cPanel, and so on. So just to let you know, you can do that. I'm not, but you can. So let's go ahead and create this. And there you are. Now, one thing to let you know too, it may take a few minutes before this actually becomes live. So if you put this in your address bar up here right away and you come back with an error message like server can't be found, don't sweat it. Give it a few minutes before it actually, percolates into becoming an actual subdomain. And that's basically it. Go on back here. Oh, and another thing too I want to mention while we're here, if you are creating this for, and I'm not going to go into the reasons why, but if you're going to create this subdomain for reasons to redirect to a new or a different URL, this is where you would enter that URL. If you wanted to redirect this URL here to another URL, put that in here, click on save, and you're good to go. You don't want that anymore, click on disable redirection. And if you don't want this subdomain anymore, then you just click on remove and you're back to where you were without the subdomain. Now, and I also wanted to show you too, let's go on back here to the home section. Over there on the stats area, where we now have one subdomain created right here. See? And we've got an infinity left. Cool. And one other thing before I let you go on this video, I want to pull this up, want to log in, and in an FTP client show you what that looks like over here. and I am logged into the Tweet video tutorials. You can see right here. Go to public_HTML, and you can see right here is our subdomain. But inside of here is where all the files will be for our blog, for our site, for our help desk, for our images, anything we're going to have installed into your subdomain is going to go right in here. And that's basically it. That's going to bring us into this video on how to create a subdomain. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great day.